templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to pull some cards for this week ahead. That's this week starting Wednesday, the 11th of May, through to Tuesday, the 17th of May, 2022. I'm actually recording this on Monday, the 9th of May, and scheduling this through so you can see it from Wednesday. So welcome. It's lovely to connect with you. While you're coming over, I want to send out an extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. So if you're new to watching, welcome. Please let us know if you are new in the comments. What I'll be doing today is using my combined Animal Kingdom Oracle cards with my Speed of Light Oracle. So there are two decks that have been combined together to make a 110 card deck. And I'll be using this fantastic deck to find the best cards for this week ahead. So I'm not pulling cards for individuals. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason. And I trust that something shared does help and support you at this time and for this week ahead, and maybe ongoing in the future. If there's any little seeds or little bits of information that you can carry forward in your life if you're inspired to. So I recommend that you think of this guidance as a guide only. Don't think of it as fact or carved in stone or anything. It just me connecting and sharing with you, and you take on board the bits that resonate, the bits that seem like I'm speaking just to you, and let the other bits go, and see if you can work with the information and the guidance that comes through to support you at this time and moving forward. It is just a guide, so just think of this as a guide only. I think that's all I really need to say. So let's get shuffling, and I'm shuffling the cards. This is a whopper of a week ahead for me. So I'm actually traveling on Wednesday, probably when you're watching this. I'll be towing my caravan, going to the middle, the very heart of Tasmania, into the Highlands, to Cradle Mountain, to set up my very first solo exhibition in a gallery. So that's where we're going on Wednesday, and then it's my rebirth day on Saturday, the 14th. And then this house settles on Monday, the 16th. So this is probably the last video, or one of the last videos I'll be doing in this location. So this is a big turning point week for me personally. And we'll see what the general guidance is here for us all. So last week's theme was the powerful Earth Dragon. And it talked about physical changes in our life, changes in our body, and the reforming, the transformation, the change that we are personally going through at this time. So we're turning our attention now to a new week, and I'm asking the cards to please show us what the majority of us need for this week ahead, starting Wednesday, the 11th of May, through till Tuesday, the 17th of May, 2022. So the best cards that the majority of us need are these, and I'm going to lay them down here face down beside me. So we've got two rows, and both have two Speed of Light and two Animal Kingdom. So I can already tell by the way I've laid out the cards that there is a balance here, because we've got, for one of the first times in probably many months, we've got equal amounts of Animal Kingdom and Speed of Light Oracle cards, which hasn't happened very much lately. So that already brings a balance of energy, and I feel like there's a road. This is connected with a road or our path forward. So I'm going to turn these cards over, and let's see what is potentially in store here. Okay, we have one featured card, which is the turtle. And the turtle says, up here it has further instructions, and it says to take the bottom card from the deck. So all I need to do is go like this. And we've got the cheetah. The cheetah here to add to the turtle. A strange combination, but I'll get to those when we're about midweek. So we've got all the cards out. Let's start. So we're starting with the new week. Now, the new reading week at this point is from Wednesday till Tuesday. So Wednesday, the 11th of May, and we have the Masked Owl, card 49. And the Masked Owl reminds us to stay optimistic. So it's not the time to give up, especially on Wednesday. There might be some feelings that we wonder or question whether something's going to work out or not. So we're being encouraged to make sure we stay optimistic and hopeful, and certainly don't be hasty in giving up if we think that something's not progressing or something's not happening. So let's think about too whether we've been a bit pessimistic lately, and is that working for us? If it's not, then maybe let's think about shifting that into how can we become more optimistic, more hopeful of a good outcome or a good path or whatever the situation might be for us personally. So staying optimistic on Wednesdays, we start this new card reading week moving forward. Okay, then moving into Thursday, the 12th of May. Thursday, the 12th is card 28, called Delegate. And here it says, ask, plan, organise and assistance. This is about taking the pressure off ourselves. So there might be something we're doing on Thursday that involves a lot of effort or a lot of time or a lot of tasks or a lot of things that we just maybe can't manage on our own, or maybe there's someone around who we can ask for help or delegate chores to take the pressure, the load off us. So we might find it helpful to get organised, to create a doable plan, to ask for assistance or help, or to delegate chores. The main reason why we'd be doing this is because we might feel like we're under pressure, that we're working to a deadline, that we've got too much to do, or there may be someone that's just available to help us. So how can we spread the load? Let's be careful that we're not pushing assistance away, which is what we seem to do when we need it the most. We tend to be stubborn and say, oh, I can do it, I'll be right, you go and do something else. But in hindsight, maybe we think, well, actually, I could have done with some help there and then. So let's not dismiss the help that's there or the potential assistance that's available. Let's not dismiss it and push it away and then keep complaining that no one's there to help us when we're actually pushing it away. So if someone is there to help, let's welcome it. Even children, even people that have no experience, it may take a little bit of time to explain what needs to be done. But in the long run, especially if we're talking about children, this can only be of benefit because we're teaching them. So let's allow other people in to help us do the tasks that we are doing, especially on Thursday. But it may also overflow from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, with the main part of the bubble being on the Thursday. So delegate. Then we move into Friday. We've got two cards for Friday. We've got the Lion, card 11. So this is Friday the 13th. And down here it says to be balanced with your responsibilities. So really considering on Friday what our responsibilities and obligations are. Are we out of balance or in balance with those particular tasks and responsibilities? Are they working for us? Are we taking responsibility for the things that we genuinely are responsible for? And sometimes it's a matter of considering a situation, reflecting and thinking, okay, am I actually responsible for this situation, or is this someone else's responsibility? And this is, again, a great example would be connected with children, especially as our children get older, because, we take responsibility of them as they're growing up. And then as they become more independent, we have to sometimes or often step back and let them make their mistakes and them take responsibility for their life and for their actions. So this sort of thing may be really quite loud coming through on Friday, for us to be balanced with our responsibilities and really assessing what we're responsible for and what we may not be responsible for anymore or at this time. There is also a leadership energy here as we're encouraged to take the reins and step up as leader in our life. Step up into that role as leader, that we are the leaders leading the way for ourselves. If other people jump on board for a ride for a little bit of that path, then great if that's what they want to do. But it's not our responsibility either unless they're in our care. So if it's someone, if we're learning, if we're leading and we're teaching and we're sharing and we're guiding and we're in that role with other people, then let's take that role seriously. But also let's understand that that role of leadership is about how we can lead the way for ourselves. If other people are inspired to come along for the journey a little bit too, then that's their choice. But it's up to us to lead the way. So the Lion for Friday. Also for Friday the 13th, we have card 47 called Persistence. And it says patience, solution, question, answer, and night. This is reminding us on Friday to be patient and be persistent. Again, as the other hour suggested, it is not the time to give up, but to keep going, keep pursuing, be patient, be persistent, even if it's just little bits at a time. We don't have to do everything all at once unless the situation calls for it. But there are many situations that we can actually prepare ourselves through consistent, small little efforts over a period of time. So let's look at the long term here. Let's look at how we can endure or go the distance rather than thinking that everything has to be accumulated over 1 or 2 days. So if this is something we're fast approaching and we are not prepared, then we might find it helpful to start doing a few little things to help getting us prepared for what we're looking down the barrel of at this time. If you've got something coming off in quite the distance and you've been thinking about what can you do to get things ready, then this would certainly be a sure sign to be patient, be persistent, and keep look at how you can go the distance rather than burning yourself out by cramming everything into a shorter period of time. This is also about keeping our dreams alive over Friday. So that's the other 2 cards for Friday. Let's move into Saturday, which is my birthday, my rebirth day. I'll be 46 on Saturday. Interesting. And Saturday we have these 2 cards for Saturday the 14th of May. We've got the turtle and the cheetah. And these guys have come up together for a reason. So what I'm going to do is look at them separately and then we'll look at their relationship together. So first of all, card 45, Turtle Dreaming. So again, we've got the dreaming. We've got the dream catcher here that the owl is in, talking about keeping our dreams alive. We've got the dream catcher here that's on the turtle's back. Again, keeping our dreams alive. The cards down here, the keywords say serious, clarification, concentrate, and specific. To me, basically, this card means it wants us to get serious about something, to stop fluffing around the edges, stop distracting ourselves, stop making excuses, get focused, get serious, concentrate on our dreams or whatever that's important to us at the time, especially on Saturday. But because this is a featured card, it's especially connected with the other card that's here, which is the cheetah, card 4. And the cheetah says to focus on your strengths. Focus on the things that are working for you, that are strong for you, that you're skilled at, that you're gifted in, that come naturally to you. The things that are working is what the cheetah is really encouraging us to focus on. So before I explain a bit more about this, with these 2 cards together, the turtle's reminding us to get serious about what is working for us, get serious about our strengths and all those types of things that I shared about and more. So let's get serious about our strengths and what is working for us, what is strong for us on Saturday. Now the cheetah are also highlighting our strengths as many energies do, especially when we're talking about healing and guidance. It's always good to look at things, or often good to look at things from another opposite perspective. So we're talking about strengths. So this may also bring highlight or attention to our weaknesses, the parts of our life that feel weaker or small or uncertain, that we feel unconfident about or unclear about, and we don't know what to do. And those kind of vaguer, smaller, weaker parts of our life and ourselves. So what we might find, especially on Saturday, is that these weaker areas may be highlighted so that we can summon our strengths to lift those weaker parts up. And it's really important, I feel, for Saturday not to allow the weaker parts to pull us down. So let's not get too caught up in the snare of our past, of what happened in the past, that pulls us down from a heightened, stronger space. So if we feel strong, let's hold it, let's focus on it, let's concentrate, let's get serious about it, and not let our insecurities and smallnesses, small parts of ourselves, the small things that happen, the things that don't happen as well on Saturday, especially if we've got expectations of things that we're expecting to happen or things that we're expecting to take place. People we're expecting to be there, and something happens and they're not. And then we become deflated because we had expectations that weren't met, and that pretty much instantly leads to disappointment. So these types of energies that want to pull us down, we might have to be really aware of on Saturday, that we don't let them pull us down, that we stay focused, we concentrate and stay serious about the strong parts, the people that are there, the things that are working, the support we do have, these types of things. So that's for Saturday. Interesting. Then we move to Sunday the 15th of May, and we have the wolf, the she-wolf card 21. And the she-wolf, the wolf says down here that she's your battle companion. She is that loyal companion, like our loyal dog that walks by our side, especially when we're going through difficulties in life, whether it be health, finances, difficult situations, temporary difficult time periods, challenges, these types of things. So when I drew this card, I saw this as us moving on our path and going down into like a minefield, and not knowing or feeling really cautious about where we walk in case we step on a mine. And in fact, sometimes there might be mines going off around us that we didn't even step on. So these are challenging, difficult times where we may feel or think that we're not going to get out of this alive, that sort of thing. And this card's really a support card of loyalty, of support, of protection, as this wolf guides us through the minefield that we might be walking through at this time to come out the other side. There is always another side that we're going out of. This minefield is just a temporary part, a chapter, a phase of our journey. And instead of stopping, petrified and scared of moving, the wolf is a bit like the guide dog in guiding us through. We may still tread on landmines as we go. There may be things that still occasionally blow up for us that surprise us that we have to deal with. But the important thing is that we're moving out of the minefield and we're making our way towards the other side of the bank where our path continues. So we are protected, we are supported, and it's important maybe on Sunday too to look at the loyalty that is around and the support that we do have, the protection that we do have that's present. So that's for Sunday the 15th. It's very much a support card. Now Monday the 16th of May, this is when our house settles. After starting this journey in the second week of January and consistently progressing through that time, everything finalises on this day for us, Monday the 16th of May, when we sell our house, move into a new one, clear completely our mortgage, and become financially free from a mortgage perspective and debt perspective. So this is a really important day for me personally. And I know actually there are a lot of things, a lot of arrows have been pointing to this particular weekend, the 14th, the 15th and the 16th, for months. There have been people have telling me about stuff that are coming up soon. And I said, does it happen to be on the 16th of May? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, no surprise. So a lot of arrows for some of us have been pointing to these particular days, and especially this particular day, which is on the Monday. See, our house would have settled on my birthday if it didn't fall on a Saturday. So then they moved it forward to the Monday. So these days are important and have been highlighted for some months and weeks. So this is our card for Monday, the 16th of May. Very important day. Card 10, the Kangaroo. And it says to leap over the obstacle. So leaping over any obstacles that we feel are in our way on Monday. That we have the ability to not just scramble over them or tiptoe around them or lift them out of the way. No, we are leaping, we are striding, we are flying over this obstacle. If we allow ourselves to be in that position to move. If we're not focused there, if we're not focused on the moving forward, but we're focused on the ants there and all the little intricate details of that anthill and this sort of thing, then we may focus on the obstacle. So let's lift our heads up on Monday and look ahead. Let's stride forward and work with this movement, this action energy that's very strong in movement on the horizontal. We are making progress, moving forward. So the kangaroo has a pouch. We're carrying all our special things, our special memories, our special people with us, even if they're not coming with us. They still hold that special place in our pouch, in our womb, in our heart, as we set our sights on new horizons now. So very exciting for Monday. And then we move into Tuesday, and this card seems to regularly like being at the end of our reading week. And it's card 22, the Lotus Heart, for Tuesday, the 17th of May. It says, Om mantra, meditate, reconnect, and peace. This is contentment in the heart. This is peace of mind. This is reconnecting with what is truly important to us at this time, but especially on Tuesday. It's reconnecting with our heart and finding peace. And not just finding it though, but feeling it. So there's an opening feeling here, opening through the heart, opening through the mind, letting ourselves reconnect, letting ourselves find peace. And especially if we're busy at the time, to capture those peaceful moments within our day. At the beginning of the day, maybe the end of the day, maybe pockets of time in between. So how can you tap into those peaceful pockets and bring them into your life in a practical, real way? So opening through the heart on Tuesday, and this feeling of blossoming, opening, growth. So meditation may be important, which is really simply just to sit and connect, to reconnect with yourself and what is truly, truly important at this time. What is important to you? So thank you so much. These are the cards for the week ahead. I'm going to pull a theme card in just a moment. But before I do, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you would love to connect more privately, please send us a message through our website. There will be a bit of a delay on perhaps emails, sending out orders at this time period, because When you watch this, I'll be away setting up for an art exhibition. Then we're coming back. It'll be my birthday. We're coming back on my birthday, I think. And then we're doing the very last, getting the last things out, like my bamboo, the cat, then we settle, then we're moving, and we've got to move all our stuff to our new house. So there's going to be a lot happening for me. So please be patient if you're email or if you're trying to contact us or if you put an order in. We still will be checking things regularly or daily, but we may not get to you as quickly as usual. So if you would love to connect, if you would love to learn more about what I do here at Temple of Balance, if you would love to support my work, please visit templeofbalance.com.au. We have a visitor. No, she's going straight through. So thank you. Thank you so much. Let's grab a theme card for the week ahead. The theme card will help us see the bigger picture for this week ahead and help give us the overarching energy that is really probably valuable for us to keep in mind for this week ahead. So the best card for the majority of us as our theme for this week ahead, the 11th of May till the 17th of May 2022, is this card. It's a Speed of Light Oracle. And again, we have a focus energy. It's card 15 called Projection. And it says vision, focus, concentration, and chaos. So we've now got 3 cards at least. 3 cards at least that talk about focus and concentration for this week. So let's stay focused on what it is we're doing. Let's stay focused on the task at hand, what is highest priority right now, and invest 100% if we can of our energy to that task. So this is card 15, Projection. Down here it says, I think I've already said this. Vision, focus, concentration, and chaos. So this is about staying focused, avoid distractions, avoid being distracted, avoid making excuses or not looking at something. So again, I'm thinking about the opposite of focus, okay, being unfocused, being distracted. So let's also be aware if we're in that opposite feeling and gently, or maybe we'll have to strongly guide ourselves to focus on the task at hand. So there is a lot to do, and we might find ourselves overwhelmed if we think of everything all at once. So maybe too, for some of us, I know it's going to be for me, it already has been and will be for this week ahead. There's just so much crammed into this week. I can't think of it all at once. It's overwhelming. And it dilutes my focus. So I have to focus. I've got a timeline marked out. What to focus on today, what to focus on tomorrow, what to focus on the next day. And I've had this planned out for a couple of weeks. So as the things are focused on, the day is scratched out. So maybe for you as well, it might be helpful just to focus on the tasks for the day. Focus on the tasks at the time, get through the day, and then when the new day comes, maybe focus on those next things that need our attention. So focusing in a really deliberate and aware way, but also in some ways fairly simplified, because there is not a lot of things that we can focus on at once. So if there's a lot going on, break it down into 1 or 2 steps, and then get to the 3 or 4, the step number 3 or 4. So I think about breaking down things at the moment too, because there is a chaotic energy around. This card highlights that. There is a chaos that we could be swept into if we're not careful, if we're not mindful, if we're not attentive to where our energy is going. We can't afford right now to be distracted or be overwhelmed or be diluted with our focus and attention. This is how we actually waste time, and it is actually less productive. So let's step back, regroup, think about our priorities, think about what needs to be done, make a list, make a deadline, make a plan moving ahead, and focus on that plan. Focus on the next plan. Focus on the next day. Focus on the next thing. So focus, very important today. This week, let's stay focused and attentive as we move through this middle week of May. So thank you so much for joining me today. Happy birthday, happy anniversary if you're celebrating. Happy everything that you might be celebrating this week. Whether it be, like for me, setting up a solo exhibition, celebration. My birthday, celebration. Selling our house, celebration. Moving into a new house, celebration. There is lots to celebrate. Being mortgage free this week, celebration. There is a lot for us to celebrate. And if celebration's a bit too extreme for you because maybe you haven't got good things going on, maybe to the degree that I have or at all, back the celebration off and think about what can you appreciate? What is there to be grateful for this week? And just celebrate that quietly. I'm grateful for you. You've helped me today. I'm grateful for this warmth that I have or this food that I have to eat. I'm grateful that I have clothes to wear, a car to drive, a roof over my head. So, we can back that big celebration off into gratitude and really think about the essential things that we're grateful for. And life is worth appreciating, and life is absolutely worth celebrating. So have a fantastic week ahead, and I will see you again when I see you, which is most likely next Wednesday, the 18th of May. I will pop in with some pictures and things as I go, and maybe some videos in between things. And oh, how exciting. I'm really looking very much forward to going into this week. Honestly, months and months in the making since the middle of January. Very exciting. So let's see what this week brings. Have a great one. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Sending you loads of love from my heart to yours. Namaste.